Hey Ratbags, it's Jade. Today I'm going to show you the ins and outs of starting a Valheim Xbox game so you and your friends can join, how you can stop trolls even if they're friends or randoms that have gained access to your world from stealing your stuff, and generally give a bit of guidance on how everything works. Please leave a like if you find it useful. Check out my second channel, JADE-PLAYS-GAMES, for more Valheim guides. And I've got like 2 years back catalogue of Valheim videos to go through if you need more help on how to play the game. So let's go. So you got your character, press start. You've got two options, start game or join world. If you click join game, you can see different options there. RT, click on the community tab. It takes a few seconds to load up and it will load up all the actual games running at the moment on Xbox. Do remember, Valheim isn't a game like Ark or Conan. There are no official servers. It's max 10 players and it's co-op at the moment only. Well, there are ways to get around that. Valheim is built for you and your friends to do stuff together. You can play it solo of course, but when friends join you, if you decide to shut the game down, then they won't be able to carry on playing unless you've got a private server. There are two ways to get private servers. You can host one on your own PC or laptop, and you can make sure it's got crossplay enabled, and then that way you'll be able to join that server. So if you know what you're doing with that kind of thing, you know to look it up. However, you can also rent a server. If you don't own a laptop or a PC or are not really clued up, you can get one from places like Trado, who are partners with. So use my code, get 10% off. You'll find a link to it in the comment section down below. With these types of servers, again, you can click crossplay enabled and Xbox players will be able to join. So if you want a persistent world where you and your friends are free to come and go as you please, then at the moment you either host it yourself on a laptop or a computer, or you rent one using a Trado. Quick ad lib here, yes, you could probably actually host another server using a second Xbox if you owned one. That's what we used to do back in the day for games like Ark, before they brought out the rental servers, which were much easier to use and do. For now though, just to join and have your friends join you, having some co-op fun, you can see all the different games. At the moment, you can't join a world unless it's got a password. All worlds have passwords on it, so you don't have to worry about complete randoms coming and destroying your base. But even if that were to happen somehow, maybe you set stuff up in a Discord, or you've got people joining that you don't want, I'm going to show you how to manage that too. So you can see the stuff there. Add a server, favourites and stuff like that. Use a filter to go and check whatever the server name is your friends have set up. When you're joining a server that's been rented or hosted, this is also how you might be able to find it as well. But there are even easier ways to join friend servers. Valheim does have an invite code system. So you can either enter the IP of your server, so again through Trado that you're renting, or you can use the invite code and that way you can join. You still need to enter the password though. So, got my character. That's how you join worlds, how do you start your own world, and how do you make sure that players can join. You can see the options there, start server RT and community server are both pretty much not ticked. So if you simply press start right now, you're playing single player, no one else can join. If you press the RT button, you're now listing it so that friends can join. They should be able to join without necessarily getting an invite code. They should see you online and be able to join you, but they will still need the password. If you want your game to show up in the community tab so players can actually search for it, like I said, if you in a Discord, maybe randoms are going to be joining that you've posted details on, they can look it up that way. You have to press the LT button. So both of them icons are now ticked in yellow, start server, community server. And like I said, you have to have a password. If you don't have a password enabled, it effectively won't let you start up any servers. For some reason, if you pressed RT then LT to start up a community one, and then you accidentally pressed RT, it will still show that community server has got the yellow icon, but you can see it's greyed out. That just means you haven't actually set up a game for your friends to join. It will basically just still be single player. So there you go, you got your password, you've clicked the icon for start server. It's up to you to show it in the actual server list or no, and that's it. On PC, there is a crossplay icon. On Xbox, there is no crossplay icon. On PC, you can basically choose whether or not you want your game to be crossplay enabled. But at the moment on Xbox, you can't do the same. It's automatically applied. So friends of yours on PC will be able to join if they know the password and they've got the invite link. So press start. Going into the world, I'm going to show you a few things how you can manage players and also then how you can actually change and stop them from doing certain things in your game. So you can see we've got a join code straight away. That will appear for a few seconds and then it disappears, but don't worry, press start button and you've got the join code again. So I've actually got my PC account set up right next to me. You're not going to see it, but I'm going to start up and load in as well. I'm going to click join game. I'm going to click add server. And then I'm also going to go and type in, obviously, that code. When you join in a world, it will say connecting. Then afterwards, there'll be a little box that will say enter the password. And there you go. I've just joined with my Steam account. And I've now got both my characters running in my world. I can't wait to do some time-lapse videos. And that's it. That's how things will work. Your friend needs the password, and they'll also need the join code. Or if you see your game as listed as a community server, they'll be able to scroll through all the different servers on the Xbox in the game menu and be able to find it that way. But obviously, as more and more people start playing VALHEIM, you might end up with thousands. Currently on PC right now, there's 8,000 community game modes running at the moment, whereas there's only like 180 as we're recording on Xbox. So make sure you do a favour, always use the invite code to any friends that are joining. And like I said, usually on Xbox, you should be able to go ahead and join just by literally clicking on your friends list and joining their game. Also, do note, every time you start up a new session, the join code changes. So if you do get someone that's been trolling somehow, maybe from the community tab, and you're not friends with them, so you can't actually remove them, then you can simply do that and they won't be able to join again if they were playing on PC. Just got to restart the game. So once that's set up, players have joined your world. If you press start button, you can click player list and you can go ahead and either get rid of them or make it so they can't chat. So I'm pretty sure this is meant to allow either players to type stuff in your game or not. But regardless if it's on or off, it doesn't seem to be working at the moment. You can see it's clearly on there, like I've ticked it on. Yet no matter how much things I type, you're not seeing anything in the actual screen, on the Xbox screen at least. You can however type on your game mode and players will be able to see it. If I click that off now and go back and like I said, try it one more time, you won't see it all. So like I said, I think there's a glitch or problem with that at the moment, but I'm sure that'll be fixed. So next up, if I want to kick my player, you can do this and you'll be able to kick the player. And there you go. I've just been booted from the game and you can see I've disappeared. Now you will be able to join back again, so they probably need maybe a longer term format for that, especially for PC players. But obviously on Xbox, you can go ahead and just basically mute or kick people properly through your friends list, and then they won't be able to join your games anyway. And you just have to maybe reset up a password. If someone has been doing something stupid, change your password. But yeah, like I said, hopefully in the future they might add an option where you can outright ban people. Okay, next stage. What do you do to stop players from messing around with your stuff? Well, you need to be able to build something called a ward stone. So I'm just joining again. Hopefully my character will appear in the space of 2 seconds. There he is, and we're back again. So if you want players from being able to build too close to you or opening doors to your base, you have to get your hold of a ward. Now the ward costs 5 fine wood, 5 grey door fires and 1 circling core. The reason it's kind of expensive, or items that you're going to have to find in the game, is to stop players maybe from using them on your game and stopping you from being able to access stuff as soon as they join or being trolly. But effectively, once you place it, it'll give an area effect, and you can see we've got like red little dots in the background there. And this will stop players being able to open up any doorways. You need to activate it. If you want players to be able to come over and activate stuff and be able to get into your base, but not other players, then you have to open it up for them to also go ahead and be permitted. So they effectively have to come over and touch the stone. But they can only do that when you have not activated it yourself. Don't worry, they can't lock you out. Anything that you place is your ward stone only. They can't mess around when choosing or block you out of it. So to demonstrate that, I've got my other character. I'm running over right now. And it won't let me basically do anything with it. Because it's active, I can't access anything. If I deactivate it though, I can now opt in. And you'll see the little icon go green like that. So that's how you let players join, go through your base, open up your doors, or being able to build within your area. Once you've got the player that you do want to have permission to do stuff in your base or your radius, then you press it again, and that's it. We can both now run around and do what we want, and you can see it's got clearly listed permitted JPG XP, which is this guy. So you might want to do it, maybe for all sorts of different reasons. A bit of role play, making a challenge map. You don't want players being able to access something until they've completed a task. You can put one of these around a base or a room filled with good loot, and once they've done something, you can then give it to them. Likewise, if you're hosting a server, maybe it's part of a welcome gift. Once players have been on the server a while, same thing, put one of these up. And obviously, yes, to stop players from doing stuff to your base when you're not online. There's one last thing to show you guys. If you go into the build menu and go over to actual furniture, you've got a variety of different chests. One that you want to get hold of is the personal chest. It costs 10 fine wood, 8 iron, and you obviously do need a workbench within range. This is only for you. It's very small, so you're meant to put like your most valuable items inside it, but it does mean that players will not be able to go ahead and pretty much use anything inside this chest. They won't be able to access it. So if I go over now, I can't open it, it won't let me open. So particularly for stuff like you've just killed a boss, you want to keep the trophy for yourself to put on a stone, or another trophy for decorations, or your gold, this is what it's really meant for. Your valuables to go to the trader with. There's no way to allow personal objects like these to be opened for other players. This personal chest is yours and yours alone. If I open up this fish wraps and we'll put this inside, then yes, I will be able to go ahead, open it up and take it. If you want to get rid of permissions with a stone, then you simply have to go ahead and demolish it, pick up the resources, and then just place another one again. Currently, it's the only way to remove permissions from someone that has already gained them. And as you can see, this will stop players from being able to access anything in your chests, and likewise, even being able to open doors. So there you go. I hope that's made you feel a bit better. You know, we've all got friends that can be jerks. And if you don't want them touching certain things, or you want to make sure if you're on a Discord, you trust someone a little bit first, then these are the steps to secure that and make sure that no one can control or mess with you. Look out for a few guides coming up. 1, how to host your own dedicated server via Trader, and 2, how to look up a bunch of different resources and websites that will help you advance in Valheim. I'm doing content across both my channels, so make sure you subscribe to both to get the best in Valheim content, and I'll see you right back some more soon. Bye bye.